Students, good morning. Yesterday we talked about the first part of the chapter, The Tiger King, where we saw that the child at 10-day old, he did a miracle. He could ask questions, intelligent questions, and those questions were like bulletins issued from our office to the astrologer who predicted that the child Tiger King was going to be killed by a tiger because the time of his birth was such, and that time was indicating that there was a possibility of a war between tiger and this particular king. So tiger and bull, the hour of time, the hour when the Tiger King was born, that was considered the hour of bull. So bull and tigers are enemies. That is why the Tiger King is going to be killed by a tiger. So today we'll continue from part 2. Crown Prince Jang Bahadur grew taller, stronger day by day. No other miracle marked his childhood days apart from the event already described. What was the miracle asked here? The miracle that happened when the Tiger King at 10-day old could raise questions like, "Oh, wise prophets, it was I who spoke." This was a miracle. Everybody was dumbstruck to find actually what happened on the spot. What was the miracle? Who told like this? And he said in a very distinct way, very clear, very transparent way. That was the miracle this line talks about. So from now onwards, or from that particular spot when the miracle happened, till now also there is no other miracle happened excepting that Kalki talks about. The boy drank the milk of an English cow, was brought up by an English nanny, tutored in English by an English man, saw nothing but English films. You can get a question, students, here. How was the Tiger King brought up? Remember this, underline these lines correctly. How was he brought up? He only drank milk of an English cow. He was brought up, taken care of by English nanny. Nanny means a kind of nurse, a housemaid who takes care of this child. And the child was only tutored, taught by an English teacher, an English man you can say. And he only saw English films, English movies. And this was actually a normal phenomena during those days in any royal family. The children were brought up in this way. Every possibilities, every advantage, facilities they were getting whenever and whoever goes to take birth in the royal family during those days. So exactly the crown princess of other Indian states did when he came of age at 20. Remember, students, in the last class I was referring to this, that the child was very small. So there is a possibility when he goes to reach at the age of 20, something may happen. What was that? So till the age of 20, the child was in the court of wards until then came into his hand. What is court of wards here? It means the child was under legal protection. The child was under the custody of the legal administrations particularly. And from this year onwards, this legal protection on the Tiger King was withdrawn. Now he was declared, or he was the heir of this particular kingdom, that is Pratibandhapuram, at the age of 20. Remember, now after gaining the reign of the kingdom Pratibandhapuram, now perhaps, I told, perhaps he has forgotten the promise he had made that let tigers be aware. That means he had promised to kill all the tigers. Perhaps he has forgotten it. But what happens, you see? But everyone in the kingdom remembered the astrologer's prediction. Many continued to discuss the matter. Slowly it came to Maharaja's ears. So see, rumor rife. People started whispering. People started talking to each other very, very slowly, silently, that what will happen right now. The Tiger King has come to the age of 20. Now he is the king of the state of Pratibandhapuram, the kingdom of Pratibandhapuram. So what is going to happen? Whether he remembers the promise he had made. There were innumerable forests in the Pratibandhapuram state. They had tigers in them. The Maharaja knew the old saying, "You may kill even a cow in self-defense." There could certainly be no objection to killing tigers in self-defense, the Maharaja started out on a tiger hunt. So this line, you may kill even a cow in self-defense, students. So this line indicates that the whimsical attitude of the Tiger King, the killing spree that was visible in the Tiger King, it is a kind of extermination that was seemed in the Tiger King, and that is the only way to get rid of the possibility. What is the possibility here? To save his life from the danger of tiger only by killing tigers, and to vindicate, to prove his effort, okay, to justify that yes, I am doing the right thing because I want to save my life. So what he did, he started his effort, he took initiatives to kill the tigers, and he has decided to bring an end to all the tigers in the state of Pratibandapuram only by killing them. And finally, he wanted to disprove the statement given by the astrologer that he will be killed by a tiger. So you may kill even a tiger, you may kill even a cow in self-defense. It means it's a kind of lunatic attitude, a kind of foolish attitude of the Tiger King, whimsical attitude of the Tiger King, and he thought of killing tiger. You know, the statement is very curious and very critical here. If you see that killing cow on the way of killing tigers doesn't matter anything to the Tiger King. So he has determined, his indomitable spirit has come to a peak, and he goes to kill all the tigers. There could certainly be no objection of killing tigers in self-defense. The Maharaja started out on a tiger hunt. So now he started his campaign killing tigers after he got remembered the promise he had made in his childhood. What do we say now? He demanded. The Maharaja was thrilled beyond measure when he killed his first tiger, sent for the state astrologer, showed him the dead beast. So it was very good news. First tiger was killed by the Tiger King, and he was excited, exhilarated. Immediately he called for the astrologer who predicted that he would be killed by a tiger. And the astrologer came. But you see what he said, dear students. He said that your majesty may kill 99 tigers in exactly the same manner. But the astrologer drawled. What is drawl? Drawl is a kind of speaking slowly, deliberately wanted to gobble up your spit. And here, something he wanted to say, but he stopped. He was silent. And immediately he was asked for, what was that he wanted to say? And the astrologer said, you must be very careful with the 100th tiger. That means, indirectly, the astrologer wanted to say that tigers are going to be the reason for the death of the Tiger King. The astrologer told that 99 tigers you may go on killing, but the number 100 will be the decision maker for your life. Remember that. What if the 100 tiger was also killed? So see, the king is very optimistic. He told that suppose I go to kill 100 tiger, then what will happen? And the promise was made, the prediction that was done by the astrologer. He immediately admitted. He said that yes, suppose you go to kill 100 tiger, then I go to tear off my books, the books in astrology, whatever I have done, all the books I go to tear it off, I'll set it fire, and I simply turn into an insurance agent. Okay, I shall cut off my tuft, a bunch of hair, okay, on his head. He told that I'll cut the tuft of hair here, and on insurance one, I'll become an insurance agent. And that was finished on an incoherent note. So he told like this. Then I go to part 3. From that day onwards, it was celebration time for all the tigers in inhabiting Pratibandapuram. A question may come here. Why was it the celebration time for the tigers? Students, apply your logic. How celebration time for tigers here? Because you see, before the killing of Tiger King, now many other hunters who are normally visiting this jungle, this forest of Pratibandapuram, they also went on killing tigers. So the number of tigers were there in the state of Pratibandapuram, Suppose it was 100 or 200, whatever. If hunters they go on killing tigers, the number of tigers it went it went on diminishing like anything. Okay, so the rate of killing is maximum. But when the king decided to kill tigers, he made a decree, an announcement that accepting me, okay, nobody is allowed to kill tigers in the state of Patibalapuram. So somehow, suppose 20, 30 tigers were killed on one day, but today or one day, maybe that 30 will come down to 10 or to 5 or 3 or 2, because Tiger King only will kill the tigers, nobody else. That is why it was a celebration time for the tigers. Tigers are very happy, okay, they celebrated. The state banned tiger hunting by anyone excepting the Maharaj. This is the main point I was talking about. A proclamation means what? An announcement was made, issuing to the effect that if anybody dared to fling so much as a stone at a tiger, what is fling? Throwing or pelting stones at tiger. Even if you dare doing so, then all his wealth and property will be confiscated. So your property will be taken away by the authority. That was a